What are you gonna do?
I'm so just sick of my hair touching my face.
Yeah.
Like sensorily, it's been driving me nuts lately.
Okay.
I've got a sensory-seeking neurodivergent kid who is like, I'm just touched out, and then my hair touches my face, and I'm like, get away. So I've never had it short before.
Okay.
I'm the heaviest that I've ever been, so I think I've been like hesitant to do anything. I don't know what's gonna look good, and you're the only one that I would trust with it. So I think I want to go like pixie. Kiddo was trying to tell me to do mohawk before I left. What do you think would fit my face shape? I think that's the biggest thing. And then the other thing is that, so I haven't washed my hair in like 24 hours. I wanted you to see what it's like after 24 hours of not washing it.
Yeah.
So I'd love to wash it today. But yeah, it gets a little oily. It's very straight.
Do you ever wear it up?
I'll put it in a ponytail.
Okay.
But I think that's the whole thing. Like, I don't want to have to put it in a ponytail all day, every day, just to get it out of my face. Like, I'm done. I'm done with it. Let's just go short.
Yeah. I mean, when you cut off all of your hair, you expose the entire face, right? So if you're already wearing it up, you're used to seeing your own face.
Yep.
So do you like it when you put your hair up and you don't have any hair that you can see? Or do you want a little hair back there?
I think I'll get used to it.
Okay.
I think, like, yes, I do, but I also want it off my face. And so it's like weighing that, like, which do I want more? Or I mean, like, I want it off my neck.
Yeah. We can taper it. Right? Okay. And we can do like you can see the hairline, but it's textured, or we can fade into it. You know, we can kind of do what sounds good to you. Some people don't give a shit about what happens on the back of their hair, and they just say, fade it up, make it look good. I don't care. I'm not going to see it anyway. And other people are like very specific about what it's going to look like, what they want it to look like, and they really want it to look tapered, but not too clean, you know, so it's kind of, do you care a lot about the back of your head? You know, I'm not going to cut it terribly at the back. However, do you want, is the priority the way it feels and you want it to grow out as slowly as possible? If you go that direction, then we're going to fade it in the back with clippers and make it really clean so you have a lot of weeks for it to make it to your neck. If we go the other route, you will have a hairline where you can see it and it'll have kind of like mine, where it's like texture go back.
Fade
it doesn't have to be this long, but you will see the hairline and it'll be like textured. Or we're going to do it really clean. Fade it?
I think fade it.
Okay. Your head is like kind of long, but kind of angular, but you also have some softer features. And so we kind of want to balance all of that out. And your head doesn't really taper in anywhere, and so I would want to create like a little bit of, I don't want to do like a high and tight bald fade. So I feel like your forehead is slightly smaller than the last third of your face. And so if you cover this part, it's going to make the bottom look larger. And so if you have a shorter pixie that has some height to it, and a little bit more, a little bit tighter on the sides, it will elongate that shape. So my question to you is, because you have all of these different features going on, do you want to widen the face? Do you want to elongate the shape? Or do you want to soften the face? It's a lot of questions.
It is. I want it to be feminine. I think I want to soften.
So on the face, like bangs?
I had bangs like my whole childhood.
Sure.
And then I grew them out and then I brought them back. Like, I feel like I look good with bangs, but it was always like the hard line bang, right?
It was the bang, like the kindergarten bangs where it goes back to the ears?
Like, I had that in college.
I can give that to you if you want to.
I don't want that.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
My husband would go mohawk over the hard bang for sure.
Fair.
But I think possibly a little bit of softness.
Sure.
Could be good. That's what I'm drawn to. Like, when I see a pixie, like, I've been searching online for pixie cuts.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of the softness.
Yeah.
My problem is that my hair's so straight. I want your help with how to actually get it to move in a direction.
That's the easy part.
Okay, cool.
So the way I cut hair is I cut it to how it grows out of the head, because 99.9% of my clients are not going to do shit to their hair, and they say, I want it to be the easiest way possible. I want wash and go. So with that, I'm gonna find the cowlick. Your hair is relatively heavy because it's really fine, so it weighs down and it's really dense.
Yeah.
And so when you cut a lot of texture into really fine hair, I can cut as much texture in your hair as I can. You're not gonna see it unless you use product. The fun part about fine hair is that you need to use a product that's going to add texture but not add weight.
Yep.
And so texture powder is really good. Dry shampoo is really good. Something that's really light that's not going to weigh it down but also provide that texture and push the hairs away from each other so you get that piecey fun texture.
Yep.
I would recommend either the Jelly by Colton King, which is like a sea salt spray where you put it in wet, or the texture powder that you put in dry. The texture powder is a little bit harder. It's a little more firm hold. So if you're a sensory person, I wouldn't recommend doing that.
Yeah, I like the idea of putting it in wet.
Okay, so we can do the jelly, and that'll add a little bit of structure. It kind of does what sea salt spray does, and it'll add texture, but it won't weigh it down too much.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cut it to where your cowlick, I'm going to go with where your cowlick wants to go.
Yep.
So we're going to push everything forward. You're no longer going to have a part because it's going to be short enough not to have a part. And then it kind of looked like you wanted it to swoop this way.
Yeah, I think.
Okay. I'm going to see what your hair wants to do.
Yeah, do that. I've always worn my part on this side. So I'm open to it.
Yeah, and that might be where your hair wants to go. It also might be that I cut it this way, and then your hair kind of gets used to having everything cut off, and then your hair all of a sudden wants to go this way because of your cowlick. I just don't know yet because I haven't gone into your head yet.
Yeah.
And your cowlick is not very strong, so you can kind of get away with what you want to do. I'll cut it symmetrically, so you don't have to choose which side. You'll just be able to do what it wants to do. In terms of the side, do you want it a little bit tighter so it elongates that shape a little bit? Or do you want it a little fuller on the sides?
My head doesn't really taper, does it? So it kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah, so we can do it tighter on the sides, and that will elongate that shape a little bit. Your face is a little rectangular, and so it's like, it's a little bit long already. So we could add a little bit of length on the sides if you would like, or we can go tighter and just have the top be, kind of more short and then the stuff on top, kind of like mine, but feminine.
Could we start it a little longer and then go shorter?
So yes, and I'll cut like half of a side and see how you feel about that length, and then I'll check in. But if I cut it all one length and then we want it shorter, it'll be like a new cut. So I'll cut partial on the side and then check in and see how you feel about that.
Okay.
In terms of the sideburns, do you want them pointy, clean?
What do you mean by clean?
So clean, I can either carve a point out where it looks very clean and intentional, or I can do it a little more lived in where it's like a little more textured around the ear. But I can also do it like square like mine, which is a little more masculine, which I don't think you want, or I can taper it in where it fades into the haircut, which would be very sensory friendly. However, it is slightly more masculine as well.
Let's do a little more lived in because I feel like I'm gonna be like messy and go.
Okay.
I don't put a lot of work in.
Like a little lived in but slightly tapered.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start a little bit longer on the sides. We're gonna do like a natural soft taper. We're gonna fade it in down here. It's not gonna be like an aggressive low taper fade thing. It's just gonna be, a short taper that's sensory friendly but also still feminine.
Yep.
And then it's gonna come up to the top and it's gonna push down on the bangs, and you can push it either side and tunnel texture.
Let's do it.
Do you want more weight in back, or do you like the kind of tighter to the head feel?
I think tighter to the head.
Okay. Great. Let's do it.
All right.
You're ready to cut our hair off?
Let's go.
Amazing. Have you ever cut your hair off before?
No.
That's amazing.
Let's
do it.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Great. What pronouns do you go by?
She, her.
Amazing.